YouTube, what's going on? Me and Jonas are on the way over to my Uncle Jonas's house right now to start finishing a project that he's got going. He's doing a fountain in his backyard, and last night me and Jonas went over to look at it, see what he's doing, and we started throwing some ideas at him, hey, you could change this, you could do this here, and then he's like, well, would you guys just want to finish it for me? And I'd buy all the materials. And we were like, well, sure, that'd be fun. And so some of the changes I want to do, I hope they're fine with it. One of them is I want to do another pond up top. I do a ornamental slate retaining wall. I want to see if he's going to be fine with doing like some lights in the system somewhere. That'd be pretty cool. So let's go ahead and get her started.
Alright, so I'm going to remove all those rocks from that boulder to that concrete retaining wall so we can remove the dirt and then get us a pad for our slate retaining wall. Jonas went to Outdoor Concepts in Bluffton to pick up the slate right now.
Well, got 3 of these. You can use them where you want, obviously. You'll see there's all different kinds of sizes. A hammer, a saw to cut it to what you want.
Alright, so we did a little bit of work on the retaining wall. There's a lot more stuff we can do now. Jonas and Leah got back with a lot more stuff. Okay, so change number 2. We got to install the additional pond with a waterfall. Okay, so change number 3 is changing the bottom waterfalls, making it look a little nicer. Light strips now. We're going to zigzag them across these balls on the bottom, run them up to the center. That's where our power source is going to be at, and then the top waterfall, the power source will come down and meet in the middle. So we got all the slate put in place for the bottom waterfall. I got that side of rocks all laid in and caulked up in place. I got to do this side yet. There's a lot of little cracks and stuff that need to be filled up. Okay, for change number 4, we're going to redo the rapids that are about halfway between the top pond and the bottom pond. I got lights running underneath the bottom layer, and they run up to here. Here's the splicer. So I got the LED light strip coming down around the boulder, and I'm going to run it on the bottom row of slate, and right in here I'm going to run it back up to the surface, so I'm going to have to dig all this dirt out. Alright, so that's all that's left of the light strip, and then we'll plug in my power, and then we should be done with the lights. Got to put a different pump in the bottom pond because the one that's in it isn't putting enough water out. Jonas got this pump from Lowe's. It puts out about 2,000 gallons per hour. Alright, now we're going to install the pitcher pump for the top pond. The pump works. Okay, so last night we finished everything with the rocks. Now we just need to wash them off and prep them for the wet look sealer that we're using. I believe they got it at Home Depot. Alright, so what Jonas is using here is a Lexial caulk. We'll fill those holes up, put the plaque on the rock, and the caulk will hold it in there. Project is done in memory of my cousin Jonas. A few things we learned, a few things we overcame, and one of them we learned was do not use this cheap caulk. Junk. It's expandable, flexible, strong enough, yada yada yada. No, it's junk. That's where the milky white, the bluish cotton candy color that was in the water, that's where this was coming from, was from that white caulk. Use this stuff. Alrighty. So we got all the mulch installed around the plants. Look at that glaze, it just looks awesome. All the lights are awesome. The mulch just put the finishing touch. Got my power box full of the lights on a nice red stake. I like this project, it was fun. And I got to use my imagination. And it looks awesome. The Jesus is My Life in loving memory of Jonas Jr. fountain project is done.